Vanakkam. Welcome back to our course SAP Materials Management. In this session, we will discuss how to manage a metal master. So after discussing basic data views and classification views, we are now discussing how to create metal master and how to manage other functions like changing the material, extending the material, and deletion of the material. So this is to facilitate the viewers to start practicing SAP transactions from our lessons so that you can effectively learn here from these sessions. Before going into the session, let us see the answers for previous session. So what is the number of characters used in the metal description? So number of characters for metal description is 40. If we need to add more details about metal description, which field is used? So basic data text in the additional data tab can be used to add further description. What is material group? Metal group is grouping of several materials or services with the same attributes. The group name, what is there? You can define the group name and we can update this in the metal master. This is used as one of the selection parameters in various reports to restrict the report results to the specific group. Can we define different unit of measurement for a material? Yes, it can be done through the additional data tab. Can we define the description of a metal in different languages? Yes, it can be done through additional data tab. Where do we maintain a material's weight and dimension details? So these are maintained in basic data 1 view. Can we add documents about a material? Yes, we can add documents about a metal through additional data tab in the metal master. If one metal has become slow moving or obsolete, how can we control it through metal master? So we can update the cross plant material status, that is X plant metal status in basic data 1 view. We can update the slow moving or obsolete and other statuses of the material. There are many purposes in controlling the status. So you can study more on this and we can be utilized in many different ways. What is class type? A class type determines how classes are processed. There are different classes are discussed. These things are used for different purposes and how the objects can be classified and retrieved in different classes. So these are the answers for the previous session. We'll go for next discussion. Let us start discussing how to create, change and extend metal master. Meanwhile, I hope you have prepared the list of materials based on the business case so that you can start creating the metal master as and when we finish the relevant topic. So please be ready with the business case. Material master is created through the menu path shown here, that is from logistics, production or materials management, master data, metal master, create, MM01. The transaction is MM01, create immediately. While creating metal master, three fields are given in as the inputs. One is that metal number. If you are giving as external material number, then we have to input the metal. If it is internally created number, you don't have to give the material number. Then we have to give what is the industry sector. And then we have to give what is the material type, which material type we are going to create. Now we'll discuss these things one by one. The three basic material keys, which are the inputs while creating metal master, starts with the material number. A metal number is a unique 18 to 40 character field. It is like up to 40 character field. It can be less than 18 also. Okay, it can be less than 18 also. That can be entered manually or can be created automatically by the system based on the type of the number assignment. For external number assignment, you can enter the metal number manually. For internal number assignment, system creates the metal number automatically when you save the metal master record. Industry sector controls the screen setup and the screen sequence. SAP has predefined industry sectors. If we need any specific industry sector, we can create them. Material types have many controlling functions. that we'll discuss later, and it is a four character value where alphanumeric is possible, and SAP provides pre-configured material types. We can also create our own material types. The main function of material type is to define the price control, account determination, quantity and value update in the plants. Anyhow, we will discuss them in detail in the coming slides. A material number. Metal number is identified with a unique number. Length of the metal number may be 18 to 40 characters. In ECC 6, it was maximum 18 characters. Metal number assignment to metal master can be done in two ways. It may be internal assignment or it may be external assignment. Where internal assignment can be done with the predefined number range as designed in SAP system. External number range, we can define the number range interval and give them manually when we are creating the metal master. Number ranges may be numerical or alphanumerical. Numerical means you have the numbers as like just numeric numbers. Mostly these things are used for the commercial items and the consumables or spares, the stores items, spares items, expensive items. Alphanumerical items are the items where it is assigned externally. This is used mostly for the finished products, semi-finished products, and also the input components for production. And please note, number ranges are defined based on the material types. Industry sector as a control function in SAP. When you create metal master, industry sector is mandatory. Without industry sector, we cannot proceed with the metal master creation. Industry sector defines what are the screens to be displayed in which order, what are the fields to be displayed on each screen. An industry sector assigned to a metal cannot be changed later. It cannot be changed later. Some examples of the industry sectors are like P pharmaceutical, C chemical, M mechanical, A is a plant engineering and construction. And based on the need, new industry sector can be configured, but it is strongly suggested to use the standard industry sector given by SAP. A material with the same or similar characteristics, they are assigned to a metal type. For example, all raw metals can be assigned to the metal type called ROH. All semi-finished materials are assigned to the metal type called HALB. All finished products are assigned to the metal type FERT. All non-validated metals can be assigned to UNBW material type. And the metal type controls various functions, which means that is the type of number assignment, whether it is internal or external, permitted number range interval, which screens are displayed in which order, which user department specific data is suggested for the entry, which procurement type is permitted for the material. So that also we can define. For example, if it is raw metal ROH, there is no need of internal production. Only external purchasing is sufficient. If it is a finished good which is produced inside, or some of the semi-finished goods which are produced inside, there is no need of buying from outside. So those things you can define the material procurement type also like that. Right. And also along with the plant, the metal type determines the plant inventory management requirement. That is whether the system has to update quantity changes in the material master record, whatever the quantity changes which are happening, and also the value updates, which values to be updated. The metal type determines which accounts are posted when a metal is posted to stock or leaves the warehouse. Whenever it is coming inside or going outside, which is the account it has to post. And if we need new additional material types, we can customize them, right? You can customize them. But for the customization, please go through the details of the standard already set material types, understand the functions of them, and then create them. It's better to have the standard material types used in the projects or in the system. Here we will see some standard material types which are normally used. One is ERSA spare parts. These are assigned to the metals which are used as spares, like for internal maintenance, into the equipment or machineries. Normally it is not sold. If a spare is sold, then metal type should be changed as HAWA, which is trading goods. Please take note of these things, right? Because ERSA means we cannot sell, HAWA means trading goods. But if you copy this ERSA and configure or customize a new metal type, which will facilitate to sale, that is possible. That's what now. These are standard. If you customize, you can do the function as you need. That's important. That's why we have to visit that configuration of the metal type, which we'll discuss how to configure the metal type later in the course. Then FERT. What is FERT? FERT is the finished goods. These are the materials which are produced by using raw materials or components or semi-finished goods. Normally, finished products are not purchased from outside, so they are all produced in-house, where we need to have like a work scheduling view, MRP views, and sales view will be maintained. If it is not purchased, purchasing view is not required. Then FHMI are the production resource tools. Production resource tools are purchased for production and maintenance activities like fixer, tool, calibration equipment. They are not part of inventory, so they are updated with quantity only, not with value. HALB are the semi-finished goods. Intermediate products purchased or produced from raw materials components, and these are used to produce finished products. These metals have purchasing, work scheduling, and sales views. A semi-finished good, if you are purchased from outside, yes. If there is no purchase, don't need to have the purchasing view. HAWA trading goods, these are the metals which are purchased and sold. Normally, no internal production is carried out for these metals, so there is no need of work scheduling view for these materials. ROH are the raw materials which are purchased item used in production, and these metals are not normally sold outside. If there is need to sell them, then metal type has to be changed to HAWA trading goods. UNBW are the non-value-added materials, the materials which are maintained at quantity but not by value, like some consumables which are used in machine or production, which has to be managed into the stock so that we have to plan them, because without them production may stop also. So you have to plan them, but the value should not be there. This kind of materials we can handle them through UNBW. And then VERP are the packaging materials. These metals are used for packaging. It is used to identify the right packaging metal during the delivery process. Here, both quantity and value may be updated based on the need of the organization. Some organization may not consider this VERP as a value update. Some organization may consider as the inventory value updated. Depends on the organization. Meanwhile, whenever we create any material, we are assigning the metal type to that material. But due to some reason, the metal type is changing. Then there are some rules we need to follow. We cannot change the metal type just like that. First of all, there should not be any stock or there should not be any open transaction for the materials before we change the material types. After that, there are some rules. For example, if the existing metal is not a configurable material, then new metal type also should not be a configurable material. If existing material type is with the batch management, new metal type also should be managed type, batch management type. Metal is having a process indicator, the same setting should be followed for new metal type. Similarly, inspection plan, warehouse management transfer, manufacturer part indicator, PRT views, those kind of things. Okay, so these are the rules. It's not easy to change the metal type just like that. Please be careful. So before we create a metal master, we have to take utmost care. The data screens used in processing the metal master records can be subdivided into two different types. One is that main data, another is the additional data. Main data level are the screens for each user department. For example, the basic data, materials planning, purchasing view, sales view, accounting, costing, those kind of things. Additional data are the screens where you have to maintain some additional information like different unit of measures, different metal descriptions, the consumption values, forecasting data. Most of the data in the metal master record can be maintained directly by the user, but some information is automatically updated by the system. For example, when you enter the goods movements, the system will update the stock and consumption values of the metals, which can be seen through information on metal icon. You can see the statistical information. Some data on the metal master is used only for information purpose. For example, the description, size, and dimensions. Other type of data have a controlling functions in the applications. For example, the MRP type or the goods receipt value, date, purchasing, planned delivery time, those kind of things. We discussed that metal has to be created through transaction MM01. We can create as a fresh material. Also, there is a possibility you can create the metal by copying from other material. For example, now I am going to create this SGMC COMP001. If I want to copy from other metal, the copy from field, I can update it. So the system will pick all the details from that field and give it. And also we can create the materials by scheduling it. For example, I create all the metals and schedule it. So that system will create the metal as per the schedule. So these are different options to create the materials. MM01 is the transaction code to create the material where we have to give the material type for the whatever metal we have to select it. And also that what are the views and other things we have to select, those things we have to manually go and create them. But there are some specific transactions we can create them as a special creation depend on the metal type. For example, if you want to create a raw material and using MMR1, if you create it, system will bring all the details like the views and other things related to raw material standard configuration system. Similarly, for semi-finished product, MMB1, finished product, MMF1, operating supplies, MMI1. Like that, we can create the metal with a specific and a special creation indicators. Once we have this metal master creation with the MM01, entering the material, industry sector and metal type, system will open the pages which will be showing the views, which are all the views you want to create. So now we have to select, for example, here basic data 1, basic data 2, MRP 1, 2, 3, 4, then metal planning, advanced planning, general plant data storage, like that we select it. If we want to keep these views, which I'm going to create the metals again and again with the same settings, we can put this default settings here. Also, I am going to create these things on a specific plant and the store location. Then I can put the plant and store location, and also we can put the default savings, right? Now, with these things, we can proceed with this with the creation of metal master. Now, for example, if I create the metal master only for basic data 1 and 2, what is the point? I don't need to put any plant or store location because it is plant independent. So system will, without asking anything, it will go into the screen where you will enter what is the metal description, unit of measurement, and other details, metal group, and those kind of details will update, save it and come back only for basic data 1 and 2. Now you want to create basic data 1, 2 and purchasing view, for example. If I select purchasing view with the basic data 1 and 2, then I have to enter the plant because I have to enter some details about with respect to some plant details. If I enter basic data 1, 2, purchasing and storage details, then I have to select the store location also. Then I have to enter which is store location I'm creating. So accordingly, I have to select and proceed. Now we are discussing about, because so far we learned how to what are the details in the basic data view. So you please focus on creating data view, basic data 1 and basic data 2, right? So next session we are going to discuss about purchasing data. When you are discussing that, same metal you take it through this MM01, select this purchasing view, then put the plant and you can proceed. Hope you are clear on this. Okay. Just to have some clarification here, there are some different terms we hear, right? Metal master creation, metal master extension, metal master change. Let us see what are the differences here. Metal master creation means when there is no material exist, then we have to create a new material. But a metal is existing, but you have to go for new view if you want to create. For example, purchasing view. That is also like creating the view. So this has to be done through transaction called MM01. Right? If you want to create a new material, MM01, but there is no view, we want to create a new view, that is through this. Again, that is also new view creation. That is also MM01. Extension means there is a metal in one plant which I want to extend it to another plant. Right? There is a plant like 1700. I want to extend the metal to 1710 another plant. Then I want to use this extension. I will use, but that is also done through transaction called MM01. Then change is I have a metal already there, but I want to change some parameters. For example, procurement type is not there. Plant every lead time I have to correct, or MRP controller I have to change. These things I have to do with transaction called MM02. So please understand these differences. What is creation, what is extension, what is change. So during metal master maintenance, so there are some supports which are provided by SAP for the metal master maintenance, like the settings, right? The quicker data entry by presenting the organization levels and the views most often used. We saw that now. Select the views and save them. Select the organization, save them so that you can create them quickly. And also using the reference materials, which is copy from function, copy from the metal. If we select this copy from metal, all the details of the particular metal will be copied to the new material. And then profiles. A quicker data entry by copying data from the materials planning and forecast profile. For example, I have planning profile, that is MRP profile, and also forecasting profile. If I copy the MRP profile, then system will pick all the values which are the MRP profile, will get updated into the metal master which are entered with this MRP profile. If I change the value in the MRP profile, it will get updated automatically in all the materials. So this is another way to manage the some MRP profile parameters. And then mass maintenance. Mass maintenance transaction MM17. This is very critical transaction. Please do not use this just like that. Because any change which is done in the several metal master records in one procedure. How to do the mass maintenance? Probably when I will try to create one more session separately for this mass maintenance. Okay, that we'll discuss. But the other profiles, all these settings and reference metals already we discussed. Profiles, I think for you it may not be relevant as of now. And mass maintenance, I will try to put them into video. But if I don't do it, maybe remind me later. Next, we want to see all the metal mass which are created in the system. Now I asked you to create the materials. Okay, I want to see all the materials which are created. Then the transaction code is called MM60. So put the MM60, then we can see the metal mass list either by list of materials or by using the plant or material type, metal group, and users. In this stage, if you are creating only basic view, there is no need of giving plant. Only thing you should not select the elevated metals here because still you have not created the accounting view. Until then, it will not show the valuated metal. Just put that metal range. For example, starting with SGMC means SGMC star you put and then execute the transaction, you can find out. Or using metal type, you can search and get it. Deleting a metal master can be done in the metal master by using a proposal list. Deletion flag can be planned for the future and then it has to be activated in the correct time. All flaggable records are deleted by reorganization program run as long as they are no longer to be used, for example, as a BOM header. Metal master deletion consists of three types there. One is that metal master is flagged for deletion. Metal master is selected for reorganization. Reorganization processing is executed, right? So set the deletion flag and the reorganization. System checks are performed during the reorganization to ensure that metal can be deleted and archived with no impact on SAP process. In this session, we will discuss basic inputs to create a metal master, how to create a metal master, and also we discuss the details about this metal number, metal type, industry sector, different ways of creation of metal master, what are the basic settings which are supporting to facilitate metal master maintenance, and also deletion of metal master. Time for quiz of this session. What is the transaction code to create a metal master? What is the transaction code to extend the metal master from one plant to another plant? What is the transaction code to extend one missing view, or it may be to create one missing view of a metal master? What is the maximum length of a metal number? Here the question is related to S4HANA. And then metal number can be created only by system internally, is it true or false? A metal number of alphanumeric combination, true or false? Can we change industrial sector of a material? Give some examples of metal types in SAP. Metal type of a metal can be easily changed, true or false? Can we create a new metal copying from another material? This is the quiz of this session. We learned how to create metal master. In the next session, we'll discuss about the next view, which is called purchasing view. See, I started this creation of metal master now because last session we discussed basic view. You can start creating these basic views by the materials which we discussed as the business case. you would have your own business case. Okay, based on business case, start to create, because practice is most important. Start now working on the system. Please give your feedback to improve the flow and contents of our session. For any improvements, give the comments in the comment section of our channel. Also, please recommend to your friends and colleagues to subscribe to our channel. Thank you. See you in the next session. Take care. Bye.